Hey y'all, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Mogi Beth, and for those of y'all who are new here, I own a six-figure reselling business selling women's clothing on places like Poshmark, eBay, Tradesy, and Mercari. In today's video, we're gonna go to the bins, or the Goodwill outlet, where you can buy clothing, shoes, hard goods by the pound. So they come out in these big old plastic bins and you sort through them with your hands essentially. So I did my best to try to bring y'all with me to the bins, but it was a little bit difficult filming and going through the bins since I only have two hands and I didn't have anyone to film me. So hopefully the footage is good enough. But then after I bring y'all in with me to the bins, we're gonna come back here and I'm going to do a haul showing you everything that I found. And I didn't find a ton of stuff, but some of the things that I did find are really good things with great comps. So I'm really excited to show y'all and go through those items with y'all. But before we jump back in time to the Thrift With Me section, I have one request. We put together this survey that is down, linked in the description below, that would really help us when coming up with ideas for helpful content and resources that we can create for y'all. And we're really just trying to put our resources into places that will be the most helpful. And so if you guys wouldn't mind answering that survey, it won't take very long at all, and it's completely anonymous. It would really help us out, and we'd be so grateful. So just ahead of time, thank you so much to everyone who does take a few minutes out of their day to fill that out. Again, it will be linked down in the description below. Okay, so without further ado, let's jump back in time to when I was thrifting at the Goodwill bins. Hey y'all, so I just got to the Goodwill outlet. It is about 2:30 and there is a long line out the door, which is I think typically the case these days with the outlet because they're only letting so many people in, which is good. I'm happy for it, but it means I'm gonna have to probably go stand in line for at least 30 minutes, if not longer. And I actually have plenty to do. I have a bunch of offers to likers that I'm going to send on Poshmark. And then I can respond to some YouTube comments, get caught up on my Instagram DMs. So anyways, I'm going to go stand in line and then I'm going to bring you in to the Goodwill outlet with me. I'm going to try to shoot as much footage as I can. All right, before other people get in line, I got to go get in line and wish me luck. Hopefully the line moves rather quickly. It is raining, so came prepared. All right, see y'all in there. Alright y'all, so I filmed myself going through a few bins, and the thing is, you have to kiss so many frogs until you meet your prince, so to speak. You have to, at the bins especially, you have to go through so much stuff from Target, so much stuff from Walmart, so many t-shirts, graphic t-shirts made for a single event that were discarded without a second thought. Just so much stuff that has no resale value. And then you also have to have the discipline to say no to things that are a maybe. And you'll see later on in the haul, actually I failed to have that discipline a couple of times, but it does take a certain level of commitment. It does take a certain level of resilience. And that's kind of what I love about the bins. It definitely does breed some strong character. But here, I'm going to try my best to just walk you through the items I'm seeing. So Democracy Denim. Democracy is not a brand that I pick up. The same with Talbots. Talbots might be a mature brand that is worth picking up in some rare cases, but this was not one of them. Olivia Skye is not a brand worth picking up. Old Navy as well is not a brand. Actually, Old Navy puffer coats may be an exception to that. I actually have not done much research, but like I said in my What Sold video, there are certain categories in which brand is less important, and puffer coats, especially right now, puffer coats are really on trend, might be a category in which an Old Navy coat could be worth picking up, but that was a kid's coat and it wasn't in the best condition, and I passed on it for that reason. So, and this is an Old Navy swimsuit, I would definitely pass on that, because ultimately really what it comes down to, and I say this every video, you've got to look first at brand, then at style, then at condition, and all three of those things, if they match your criterion, then they really should have a good demand on the resale market, and that's something you really have to look for when you're checking comps. So this bin that I'm going through now is actually one that was filled with some really good brands and some really good styles. Like, I'm looking at these Doc Marten boots that were amazing. Unfortunately, I couldn't find the pair to that one. But the issue within this bin was really that most of these shoes were in really bad condition. And I think these were actually shoes that the Goodwill received upon donation and then tossed to go to the bins just solely out of condition. However, luckily I was able to find one really good pair of shoes within this bin that was surprisingly in really good condition, which you'll see in a second. But I went through so many shoes. Okay, wait, here they are. Ta-da! You'll see them later in the haul, but here I'm just finding one, and in the back of my mind I was thinking there's no way I was going to find the other one, but I did, luckily. But that was the only pair that I was able to find within this bin, and you know, that's what I mean when I say the bins build character. You know, you just gotta persistence, perseverance, resilience. All just important life lessons taught at the bins. My feet hurt now. It is what, 5 o'clock, maybe 5:30, so I was there. I spent about 2.5-3 hours, and I didn't find tons of stuff, but I like what I found, and I'm excited to show y'all. I'm thinking about maybe going to another bins tomorrow and just including that as well in this video, just because I really want to challenge myself. I've never bought 25 pounds at the Goodwill outlet. And I think it's just because I'm super selective, but it makes it a lot cheaper. So I kind of, maybe tomorrow, if my feet feel better, want to challenge myself to do that and get up early and go. So we will see if I can make that happen. But I'm so excited to show y'all what I found. All right, well, whew, I gotta go relax, put my feet up. I have some listing to do tonight, so all right. Good night. I'll see y'all later. Good morning! I'm at another Goodwill outlet this morning. There's actually not a line out the door, so I need to get in there before one starts to form. It's 10 a.m. I got up, I shared my closet, I sent offers to likers. I had a really good sale this morning, so I was super excited about that. And then I actually stopped at my favorite little breakfast spot in this area called Jim and Patty's and had a gluten-free breakfast sandwich, so that was fun. But now I am on a mission to find 25 pounds of good stuff at this bin, so wish me luck. I'm so excited. I've got different shoes on, hopefully my feet don't hurt. And I'm listening to a good book, so all right, let's head on in there. I don't know how much footage I'm actually going to take because I really want to find 25 things, so I'm kind of gonna be focused, but I'll try to get some, of course. All right, let's find some good stuff. So I actually caught a little bit of footage of me waiting behind that yellow line as they wheeled out carts and then wheeled other carts back in. And this is the time when I'm waiting that is really important to check comps on what you have in your cart. It's also a good time in which you can send offers to likers on likes that have come in for things within your closet. As a reseller, there's never time to waste. There's always something to do. So that is something nice. You know, I'm never waiting around, waiting for others. I always can be doing something. And that can be both anxiety inducing and nice and productive and makes you, give you something to do. Just depends on how you see it, how you're feeling. And I've definitely felt both within my reselling career. But here I am going through a bin, and kind of what I like to do is create like an empty area in the bin, and then I'll just throw everything into that empty area so that I know I've gone through everything in the bin. And you kind of see me doing this here where that upper left hand corner was the empty area. And I don't think I actually find anything within this bin that we see on camera, but what I will say is that at least in this thrift with me, everything that I found was basically in a bin of junk. Like sometimes when you go thrifting at the bins, you'll just come across one bin that just has a ton of really good stuff. But on this trip, it was like diamonds in the rough every single time. Like I would just be surprised that I ran across something good because I'd just gone through 99.9% junk. But I actually did find a couple good pieces at this Goodwill outlet that I am excited to show y'all in the haul coming up very soon. Okay, well, Operation Find 25 Pounds was unsuccessful. I found not even half of that. So I was actually here for a while, like at least 3 hours, which is a long time for me. I know there are people who stay all day long, but usually within 3 hours I can find a lot more than that. I usually have a much more successful trip than that. But for some reason today, it was just wasn't it. It was actually like the worst bins trip I've had in Portland in a long time. So just a lot of bedding, a lot of non-clothing items were rolled out, but they were doing so many rotations. Like I was there for like 5 or 6 rotations that I like waited in line for, got there, you know, went through everything. So just wasn't my day at the bins, but that's okay. Still found some good stuff. I mean, a few good things, and I'll show y'all in the haul coming up. And I gotta go home, wash this stuff, and get everything ready for the haul so that I can show you. All right, I will see you then. Okay, now it's time for the haul, and it's funny because after each Goodwill outlet trip, I actually left feeling kind of disappointed in what I found. But after getting back home and going through it all again, it was like kind of finding everything again. I was like, oh, this really wasn't so bad. So anyway, yeah, I found some really good pieces at each place that I'm excited to show y'all. Okay, so the first, let's start here, was this little Patagonia. It's a little kids Patagonia, which honestly I was thinking I could send into the Real, but it doesn't really look like they accept much kids Patagonia. They do often accept adults Patagonia, but this is just a stripe, quarter zip, little kids, size medium. I think I can just list it really easily and not list it for too much money, but if worst comes to worst, I can give it to my niece. So pretty easy, and just a Capilene Polar Tech quarter zip, kids. I almost never pass on Patagonia at the bins just because there's always someone who could want that. I can just throw that up on Facebook Marketplace and I feel like it would sell. So, okay, next is this brand and other stories. And I washed everything in this haul, but this actually did have the little string attached, leading me to believe that it is either like new condition, never worn, or just I mean, it's in really excellent condition, but this is a puff sleeve sheer top, and then it's got this gathered kind of waist, which is a cute detail as well. But yeah, And Other Stories is owned by H&M, but it's definitely their more trendy clothing company. It also retails for a lot more than H&M, and they just have really cute pieces. So that weighed almost nothing, so I thought I would pick it up and try it out. All right, this I was actually so surprised to find. This was a piece that had a Goodwill tag on it, meaning that Goodwill did try to sell it within their retail stores, but no one picked it up. And it was Show Me Your Muumuu, size medium. This is the Caitlin ruffle maxi dress, and I washed it, but it is in excellent condition. There is a few little flaws at the bottom hem on the left, like a really faint stain and a small snag, but otherwise it's in really excellent condition, and comps on this dress are really great. So I was actually really excited to find it, and honestly I probably would have picked this up at the Goodwill. They only had it marked up to $7.99 at the Goodwill, so you know, the fact that I got it for less is great. And how I attribute my cost of goods is I just cost average everything. So if I pick up 10 pieces and it costs 25 bucks, then everything is $2.50. And actually in both of these trips, it came out to about $1.90 per piece. And I think that's because I did get quite a few coats and stuff, and I did get one hard good at one of them. But that's not bad. However, it does remind me, because I'm going to talk about this a little bit later, that things aren't free. It's really easy at the bins to just toss things in your cart and just kind of have this mindset that things are free. And they would be cheaper if I did get the 25 pounds, which I never have. But it's still so important to make sure that everything you're buying at the bins, you check comps on, and that you feel really strongly that it has a good resale value, and that you're gonna list it, and that it's in good enough condition to list. Because it's really easy to just throw a bunch of your stuff into your cart at the bins and say, oh, whatever, it doesn't really cost that much. But it does. These things add up. You know, costing $1 or $2 over time adds up, and then the anxiety of just having all this stuff that you really don't think has a very high resale value and you don't want to list, that also adds up. So I'll talk more, I'll mention why I realized that in this trip. Okay, so these are a pair of Brandy Melville. I have actually sold this exact pair of sweatpants. They are called the Rosa sweatpants, and they're really nice. They actually have good pockets, and they are jogger style, meaning they have a gathered ankle, but these actually have some staining, and I thought I could get this out through washing them, but this is actually, it looks like it's a pin mark or something, and it's really not going to come out. So I think I actually might keep these, or I'll take them to Crossroads, just because the stain is pretty faint. But I sold these recently, and I think I sold them new with tag for $28, but not new with tag with the stain probably wouldn't be worth my time. So I'm going to try to come up with a different solution for them, which is unfortunate, but if worse comes to worse, I can just sell them probably for like $10, $15. This is a piece I picked up especially for Crossroads. These are a pair of plaid pants or plaid trousers, and the brand is Urban Renewal, which is an Urban Outfitters brand. And I think they will take these. We will see, but this is a really trendy line within Urban Outfitters, and this is a really on-trend piece that just definitely kind of goes with the Portland aesthetic that I think they're really looking for. So we will see. I definitely picked up a few pieces that I want to take to Crossroads, and I think I'm just going to go ahead and make an appointment to go there first thing tomorrow morning. Okay, next is this Lululemon tank top. I actually found a few Lululemon pieces at both of these bins trips, which is always good because Lululemon does have a good sell-through rate. This is just a tank top though. I'm not going to price it too high. I'll probably price it around $25. It's called the Cool Razorback tank, and it's just in this, you know, blue and gray stripe. It's in good condition. I don't know the size because the pull tag was removed, but if I were to guess, it's probably like a 4 or a 6. But I decided to go ahead and pick it up because Lululemon is also one that I can take to Crossroads, or if they don't want it, I can also send it to ThredUp, and ThredUp tends to really like Lululemon, it sells quickly over there. Similarly, this is a pair of Lululemon shorts. These are like the teeniest, tiniest shorts I've ever seen. These I luckily do know the size. They're a size 6 because I can find that in the pocket there. And they are so little. They're just like so short. I can't actually find the style name of these, which is frustrating because all the ones I'm finding have a line right here on the butt. I can't find any that on the butt, there's just nothing. And so anyways, the search will continue, but how I find my style names when it comes to Lululemon is of course lulufanatics.com, which is just an amazing resource as a reseller. So if you don't know about that, there you go. Super important to know. All right, if y'all remember my last bins to consignment fail video, which I'll link up on the screen, one of the items that they did take was PacSun, and specifically PacSun jeans. So when I came across these PacSun, and these are mom jeans, I said, all right, well, let's try these again. And these are in good condition. They do have a raw hem there, and they're a darker wash, but hopefully Crossroads will take these. So we will see. And I'm not gonna report that in this video. I'm just letting y'all know what I am taking to Crossroads. Okay, so I have 3 more things that I found at this Goodwill bins, and these are my 3 favorite things. These are really the pieces that made it all worth it. First is this coat, and this coat, the comps on this coat are insane. This is Icebreaker Merino Loft Stratus hooded jacket. It's a down quilted jacket, and this brand just does really, really well. I actually just picked up a pair of new with tag pants that I found at Goodwill from this brand, and this is an even better find. It's in excellent condition. It's a women's small, and I really just can't even find any flaws, not even a little hole. So I'm so happy and excited to get this listed. Comps look like they're at least $100, if not more. So yay, this was really good, made the thrift trip worth it in my opinion. But I actually found 2 more things in their shoes that also made it worth it. The first are these pair of Madewell leather loafers. These are the Francis leather loafer. I actually just listed these in a size 9 in my Poshmark closet that were brand new. And so when I came across these, I think y'all saw me come across these in the bins. I was like, what the heck? These are in excellent condition. The only signs of wear really are on the outer sole, and they're not like too bad. But the upper, the leather upper is just like flawless. And then the inner sole is also just in really good condition. You can see the Madewell really clearly still. These are a size 7.5, and not all Madewell shoes do super well anymore, but these in particular, comps just look really good. So I think it's a newer style, and they're just really trendy. I actually love Madewell loafers. I almost kept these ones, the size 9 for me, but decided not to just because the ones I like have more of a rounded toe than the pointy toe, but regardless. I love Madewell loafers. They're so comfortable, and they just are super classy, and for the price, they're just a really well-constructed shoe. Oh, actually, before I show you the last thing I found at this Goodwill outlet, I actually found this sweater at this Goodwill outlet, which I thought, hey, this is like a really soft, really good sweater, just a good basic. So I forgot to actually add that into my cost average, so maybe I'll add that in, but just decided to keep this one for me, and I like it. Okay, so anyway, the last item from this bins were these Solutos Amalfi Espadrille Wedge sandals. Oh my gosh, they are in excellent condition. Again, some light wear on the outer sole, but the leather uppers are flawless. The inner sole is flawless. There's not even like a snag on the espadrille part, which is just insane to me. Like, why would anyone get rid of these? They're so cute. These were sold at like Shop Bop. I think they were sold at Anthropology. Just so cute. And these are a size 8. So I was so excited to find these, and I think they're gonna be perfect for spring. Oh, Like, not all Saludos. I pass on so many Saludos, but these I just thought were fabulous, and I'm really excited to get them listed. Okay, so not that bad, right? I did end up going to another Vince the next morning, as y'all saw. So I want to show you everything I found there. I'm actually going to start with shoes this time. Okay, the first are these pair of Steve Madden pink velvet Echo booties. I think they're really, really cute. They have a little bit of wear, obviously, on the outer sole, but they're in really good condition otherwise. They are actually a size 13. So I feel like I keep talking about shoe sizes. I talked about it in my last video, my what sold video, which I'll link up on the screen in case you missed it. But when it comes to, you know, size 13, fewer people wear a size 13 than a size 7, 8, or 9. It's just the nature of the distribution of shoe sizes amongst us. So that being said, I'm less willing to take risks among really small sizes or really big sizes. But at the bins, I was willing to pay for them because they are in such excellent condition. I checked comps, they look good, and I'm not paying that much for them. So it wasn't too much of a risk. And I think they should do fairly well. Of course, there are people out there who wear a size 13, and so I think they're just so darling, so cute, that I thought I'd take a chance on them, but it really wasn't that big of a risk. And so we'll see how they do. Okay, so I'm actually excited for this one because this is a piece that I typically would not pick up at any thrift store, but I don't sell a lot of sports bras, but every time I have, they've done well. So I don't pick up Under Armour very much. We will see how this one does, but this is a Under Armour sports bra. It's a 3X. It just stopped me in my tracks because it seems really well constructed, and it's this really pretty dusty pink color, and it's in excellent condition. This is called the Under Armour Infinity bra, and when I was checking comps, it actually does fairly well, and I didn't even see any in plus size. So I'm actually super excited to see how this one does, and this actually might be a realm in which I do more research and really try to build up my expertise in, because I really don't know much about it right now, but I just thought it was a really well-constructed garment, a really well-constructed piece, so I wanted to try it out. Okay, this probably weighed nothing, but I picked it up and I kind of regret it. It's a Free People lace bralette. It's not in the greatest condition. Like, there's just a lot of little kind of runs, you know, on the side. So I honestly don't even think it's gonna be worth my time to try to sell. I'm probably just gonna keep it, but yeah, this might end up just going over to either ThredUp or back to Goodwill. I don't know. You guys have any solution for this? Let me know in the comments down below, because like I discussed in that last consignment video, Crossroads doesn't take bras and stuff like that. Okay, so this is an older Lululemon piece. It is called the Wild Tank. As you can see, the little Lululemon dot right there. And it is a 2-in-1 tank, meaning you've got your sports bra and your tank in one. And, you know, again, I just rarely pass on Lululemon at the bins, so I decided to go ahead and pick this up. But of course, that policy might change. I'll probably list this for $25 and see what happens and just go from there. But it's a size 8. It has, you know, these little stripes on the front, and then the back pattern is this floral with the dot, and I've seen this pattern a bunch. It's just like a bit older Lululemon pattern. But yeah, we will see how it does. Tanks by Lululemon just typically don't perform that well anymore, but who knows. This and the next Lululemon legging that I'm going to show you, I found at a new bin at our Goodwill outlets right now. When they roll out new bins, it's only one person per bin. So you kind of have to stand in your place and hope you got a good one. And so this one was rolled out before me, and I actually found 2 Lululemon leggings in them. So that was one of my luckiest moments at this Goodwill outlet. This is an Align crop, and I love the Align leggings that they have. It's just so soft, and these are in really good condition. It's in this black and I think what they call light gray print, and there is the logo there, and these are a size 4. So yeah, I think these were definitely worth picking up, and we'll see how they do. And then the next, so when they rolled the bin out, It was actually on top, but I couldn't see the brand, and I thought these were Victoria's Sport. But these are Lululemon. It is just a pretty loud print for Lululemon, which makes me think it's an older style. But I was able to tell by this little logo there. These are kind of cool because they do have that side pocket, so you can put your phone in it, and then it has a bunch of different pockets on the top as well. The style of these are called the Speed Up Crop, and they are also a size 4, so probably the same person. And yeah, so I was happy to find both of those. Next was a pair of Free People shorts, and these have that button fly. They have some distressing that's still in good condition, and for white shorts, they're in really, really excellent condition. These were sold on places like Revolve, so definitely want to pick these up, and hopefully they'll do well going into spring and summer. I also picked up these shorts, which I will either try to sell or I'll take into Crossroads. These are Urban Outfitters BDG, which I think is one of their more trendier lines. They are the mom short in this red and white stripe, and they're a size 26. So yeah, super high rise, on trend piece. Okay, this is what I'm talking about when I was saying you can't just throw anything in your cart and think that it's free. I came across this bin that had tons of J. Crew, and my brain was like, Morgan, leave it behind. Don't pick it up. You know, you don't pick up J. Crew. But everything in my body was like, pick it up. Oh my gosh, we can do something with it. It's like J. Crew, although, you know, it doesn't have a great resale value. I still think a lot of the clothing is really well constructed. It's lined, it's made out of good quality fabrics. Like this is a linen skirt. It's got, you know, these palm trees on it. I checked comps after leaving the bins because I just went into this mode where I was like, I'm not going to check the comps. I'll figure out something to do with it. I regret it. It's a size 2. After checking comps, this skirt is probably hard to give away. So I will probably end up sending this to ThredUp, to be honest. And this is not the only J. Crew piece I picked up. I have 4 that I hand washed. They're actually not going to be a part of this haul. Maybe I'll pop them up here, little pictures of them here. These are the 4 pieces that I picked up. And again, maybe the cherry dress I will end up listing, but the rest I don't know what I'm going to do. Probably send them to ThredUp, but right now ThredUp's not accepting any consignments, so they'll probably just sit in a box until ThredUp is ready to accept them. But yeah, I don't think that was a very wise decision. So if I could go back in time, I'd leave those there. But I do like this skirt, although, you know what, after checking comps, it's kind of the same situation, but at least this one is new with tag. So this is a new with tag J. Crew. It is also size 4. This was definitely all the same person, just donating their entire J. Crew collection. This is a lemon print jacquard skirt, and it's a trumpet skirt, meaning it's kind of this pencil silhouette and then a kind of peplum flare at the bottom. Again, it's a really well constructed garment, but comps don't look great. There's a lot listed, not very many that have sold, which just goes to tell me that there's not very high demand for this item. So that seems to be the case with a lot of J. Crew these days. So long story short, I've got to learn to be a little bit more disciplined at the Goodwill outlet, but you know, I'm certainly more disciplined at Goodwill these days, but the outlet, I still really need to catch up to speed. Okay, this is my favorite piece from the second Goodwill bins. This is the piece that made it all worth it, and it is M.M. Lafleur, which is a really great designer that has a really good resale value. This sweater is 100% cashmere. It's called the Arbus sweater, and it's this crop silhouette with a high-low hem. It's just really, really nice. Checking comps, it sells at minimum for $100. There is a teeny tiny hole on the back, which I will note in the description. And this does need a little bit of pilling that I can hopefully do tomorrow, but otherwise it's just in really excellent condition. It's so soft, it's heavenly soft, and it's just a really, really great piece. Comps look great. It's in good condition. It might go for less than 100 just because of that hole, but even so, it's what made the thrift trip worth it for me, because I love selling this brand and it does well. So like this one, I think this and the Lululemon leggings were my best finds from this particular Goodwill bins. Next, I found this Levi's men's buffalo check faux Sherpa jacket. This will either, I think I'm gonna take it to Crossroads. If they don't accept it, I'll be certainly happy to list it on my Poshmark closet, because checking comps, it actually does fairly well. However, I do think Crossroads will accept it. We'll just see, but it's a good solid piece and it's in really good condition. So I like selling Levi's outerwear, so I'm happy with that find. And then the last clothing piece is another one I should not have picked up. Y'all, in my last video like this, when I went to the bins, I said I'm no longer picking up old Anthropologie. Well, why did I pick this up? I thought, I don't know what I was thinking. I think I was really just wanting more. I was just really wanting to find more, and so I was going against all logic and picking up this dress. This is the Anthropologie Maeve Marquetta dress, or Marquita dress. It is a stripe, you know, cotton, one shoulder with a little off the shoulder piece. Dress comps, it's so saturated, it's not selling for a lot, it's really not worth listing. So this will probably end up in that ThredUp box as well. If I could go back in time, I would just leave it there, but alas, I'm the proud owner of that dress now. I have one more thing I got, and this is for me. It is this Ray Dunn Namaste mug, and I just thought it was really cute, and I can just, you know, put it on my Instagram, drink coffee out of it. It's a good mug, and they were trying to sell it at Goodwill for $4.99, and it's a big mug. This is a good mug. I understand the whole Ray Dunn obsession. Anyways, that is it for the haul. Let me know in the comments down below what your favorite piece was. Was it one of the shoes, the icebreaker coat, the MM LaFleur 100% cashmere, Lululemon? Let me know. Super curious. And again, if you wouldn't mind filling out that survey down in the description below, it would really mean the world to me, and it would really help us make better content and make better resources for y'all. So I hope this was fun, entertaining, and informative, but I will see y'all in the next one. Okay, bye, love y'all. If y'all like this video, make sure that you give this video a big old thumbs up, hit the subscribe button. You can actually just click the logo over my head to subscribe, and make sure you check out these other videos linked up on the screen. I think it's similar content to this that y'all would love. Okay, I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.